Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for attending the STEM Early College Virtual Magnet Open House. My name is Dr. Jamisa Williams, and I'm the proud principal of the STEM Early College. I am in my 6th year as the principal at STEM Early College, and I'm so excited to talk to you about the great things we do at our school. This evening, you will hear from myself as well as our school counselor, Mrs. Holly Noel, later in the presentation. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Our moderator is ready and available and willing to answer all of your questions. So I hope that we're able to attend to your questions this evening. And again, thank you so much for attending our virtual Magnet Open House. So in a moment, we're going to talk about the school mission and vision, but I wanted to let you know that there will be intentional pauses throughout this presentation to allow you to digest the information that we're sharing, ask questions, or take notes. So now our school mission is to provide an interdisciplinary approach using critical thinking to solve real-world issues in a STEM problem-based learning environment. And our vision is to produce leaders who will innovate, solve problems, and create a better domestic and international community. The vision of our school is near and dear to my heart because it was designed by our students and launched in January 2019. The students at STEM Early College said that the founding vision just really didn't describe who they were and their hopes for being at our school. And so I said, you know what, rewrite it. So our student council took on this project within our school community. The message here is that our school is really about the students. The students drive the decision making, the programs, the extracurricular activities, just because it's really their school. And so we hope that as you learn more about our school this evening, you will kind of see glimpses of student voice in our presentation. The next thing you're going to see is a video by Mr. Travis Wall. He is our freshman science teacher. He teaches biology and chemistry, and he's just going to tell you a little bit about himself and his role at our school.
Hello. My, Hello, my name is Travis Wall. I'm a charter faculty member here at the STEM Early College at North Carolina A&T. Since 2012, we've been providing a STEM magnet education for nearly 200 Guilford County students a year.
Okay, so what's important about what you heard from Mr. Wall is that he is a charter member of the school, which means he has been a teacher at STEM Early College since it opened, so he knows about the ins and outs of our school. What his statement was is that we have 200 students. We take 50 students every year during this recruitment timeline. So if you're out there, we're going to take 50 freshmen this year for fall enrollment 2021. Now, in order for you to apply to enter our school, you have to go through the schoolment process in Guilford County Schools. There are some components to the application that I'm going to talk through. The first is your personal information. So this is just basic demographic information about you. The part that I want to highlight here is that your student number, your student ID information will link your report card information and your test score information into the system at the close of the application window. So please do not fail to put in your student ID number if you are a Guilford County School student. If you are not a current Guilford County School student, then you will have to upload the necessary documents in your application. So I'll talk through that in just a moment. Next, we would like to see recommendations from your teachers. That's very important to us because it gives us a more well-rounded perspective of who you are in the classroom. So you're going to link your teachers to your Schoolment application by entering their email address. We need to see at least one math recommendation. And in order to apply, I just want to point out that you need to have taken and passed Math 1. And that means you could have taken it last year or you could currently be enrolled in Math 1, but you need to take and be in complete Math 1. Okay, so your teacher's going to send in a recommendation from your math class, and then you're going to get an additional recommendation from another teacher. All right, so for the school requirements, we do evaluate your test scores and your grades. But again, if you're a Guilford County school student, our Power School system was automatically going to link that information for you in Schoolment. If you're not a Guilford County school student, you will need to upload your report card from last year, the most recent report card from this year, your test scores from last year or your 7th grade year. And then you're going to complete one of 3 essays. Each essay has a 500-word maximum. And just really explain to us who you are. We do read those essays, and it is important to us that you get to the heart of your personality, your obstacles, and your desires in the essay. And then you're going to just submit your application. We don't require additional uploads. We don't need ACT, SAT, resumes. We just want to look at the application to give all students level playing ground for the initial round of scoring. At our school, after you apply, the team will score applications, and then we invite students back in for an interview. The interview is STEM-based, science, technology, engineering, and math, and we'll have information in there that is related to STEM, careers, etc. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see our Twitter handles, Instagram, and Facebook. Please follow us because we post so much information there, and you'll get to know who we are. If you have a question, we would like for you to use the hashtag AskSTEM in all caps so that we can get back to you with answers. Also, there's a QR code to our school website. There's a host of information there. If you're specifically interested in information about the magnet and recruitment timeline, when you go to our school website, go to the About Us tab and click on Magnet and Recruitment Timeline. There's videos there from our various teachers to tell you about themselves. There's a virtual tour of our school. Because of the pandemic, we can't see you face to face, but we would like to give you the opportunity to see what our school is like, who's there, what it looks like, what are the classrooms like. So just go to that virtual tour, and then there's more information about the magnet recruitment timeline and requirements. And then there's also a video there for your enjoyment. So I think, all right, so there was a question, I believe, in the chat that was asking if I didn't take an EOG or EOC the past 2 years, can I still get in? So at some point you took some assessment. If you didn't take an EOC or EOG, to me, that's an indication that maybe you attended a private school. You may have taken the NWEA, you may have taken the CAT assessment. We'll evaluate those assessments as well using the same scale that we use for EOC or EOG. So the answer to that is yes, there is a possibility. Okay, so the next thing you're going to see is a video of our school counselor, Ms. Holly Noel. She's going to talk to you a little bit about the program, and then she is going to come on live to spend some time talking about like courses and other things you might be interested in. So again, thank you so much, and here's your video.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Noel, and I'm the school counselor at the STEM Early College at NC A&T. The STEM Early College is a true early college experience. This means our students complete 4 years of high school in 2 years. They're able to do this because we focus solely on your high school graduation requirements. Towards the end of your sophomore year, you will then apply to A&T to become a dual enrolled student. Also at that time, you will then have the opportunity to select from one of 4 pathways: biology, engineering, renewable and sustainable energies, or information technology. At A&T, you will complete courses aligned with your pathway in order to obtain transferable college credits. Thank you, good luck, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Hello, good evening. My name is Mrs. Noel, and I'm the school counselor at the STEM Early College. I'm going to speak to you all about what your first year at STEM is going to look like. So this is the freshman course load. For 9th graders, the fall semester will consist of honors project management, your math class. So this is will be whichever math class is next in your sequence. So if you have just completed Math 1, once you get to STEM your first semester, you will take Math 2. If you have already completed Math 2, you will enter and take Math 3. After the math class, you will then take Pre-AP Biology, and then next we offer Pre-AP English 1. So first semester, as you can see, we have 4 core blocks. These are 80-minute classes, and then we have a 5th block at the end of every day. This block is 50 minutes long. This block is typically used for our students to take their foreign language course. Second semester, students will take either Honors Civics Literacy or Honors Personal Finance, whichever math is next in their sequence, Pre-AP Chemistry, and Pre-AP English 2. This is what our schedule looks like, and I want to explain that in my video, I talked about how our students complete 4 years of high school in 2 years. So what that really looks like is a semester is equivalent to a year. So your fall semester at STEM will be considered your 9th grade year. Your spring semester will be considered your 10th grade year. And then when you become a sophomore at STEM, that first semester is your 11th grade year, and your second semester is your 12th grade year. So we move kind of fast here at STEM, but that's how our students are able to complete their high school graduation requirements and then move on to take college courses their 11th and 12th grade years. Next, there's going to be a video, and you will hear from Mr. Vaughn and Mrs. Lassiter. Mrs. Lassiter is our curriculum facilitator, and she will speak about the university experience, and Mr. Vaughn will talk to you about his course at STEM.
Seniors at the STEM Early College participate in an internship experience that's aligned to the Career Technical Education STEM Concentrated Pathways. During this time, students work with university professors and our partners in the business organizations and healthcare industry who help them navigate through real-world career problems. This experience exposes students to opportunities to engage in higher order and solutions-based thinking that's aligned with practical STEM career-based problems. It also enhances the students' soft skills that we know are required in the workplace today, such as collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and it also provides our students with the opportunity to engage in self-reflection and self-assessment of their performance, which is also a critical skill that students need to succeed in today's workplace.
Hey, prospective STEM Early College students. I'm Matt Vaughn. I teach project management in the AP Capstone program. I am here to talk to you about the STEM to A&T relationship. Obviously, this is an early college, so you're familiar with the fact that that means taking college classes, but our relationship with A&T goes well beyond that. There are a lot of opportunities on campus, particularly in the junior year, to leverage the researchers on the college campus as expert advisors for AP research. We've had students do work in the Reed Greenhouse. We've had students do research with university professors outside of AP research. We've had students work in their senior internships with resources that they accessed on campus. There are career fairs on campus, lots of things that go on in a vibrant college campus that our STEM early college students can have access to and get a sense of what the real college experience is like and what the working world is like and what opportunities are available in careers. So we make great use of all the things that are available on a college campus like North Carolina A&T State University. All right, hope that helps you make your decision.
Okay, so we are nearing the end of our virtual open house. And so I would like to reiterate ways that you can connect with us. We are going to open up a session for questions, but I just want to remind you before we get there, be sure to follow us on Twitter at STEMECNCANT and use the hashtag AskSTEM for any questions that you all may have. This is a great way to engage with us and again to get your questions answered quickly. You can also follow us on Instagram at STEM Early College at NCANT and on Facebook at STEM Early College NCANT. We've also provided you here with a QR code for you to take our virtual tour. Okay, so what questions do you guys have for us? So the first one that I see, I see Ms. Lassiter, our moderator, has already responded to that one about college credit. Our moderator is doing a fantastic job. Okay. Yes, we receive several applications every year, over 300. And like we stated before, we accept 50 students per year. Gosh, I'm way at the top. Let's see. Okay, so great question. If your student is already taking English 1, what will the first semester look like? So typically we, me as a counselor, I encourage students to maybe take a social studies course or maybe continue moving forward with a foreign language. An additional high school graduation requirement is what I typically encourage students to take in that spot. And I say that because at STEM, we really want you to get the full experience and also to be able to make sure that you are prepared for AP classes and also the university courses. We really prefer for you to take English 2 with our teacher at the STEM Early College, just so we can make sure that you're on track. And also because first semester of 9th grade year, we do not teach an English 2 class. And so that would mean that you would, if you prefer to move forward with English 2 first semester, that would be an online course. So again, we would prefer for you to take another high school graduation requirement and wait until second semester to take a live face-to-face or remote virtual course, whichever is happening next year whenever we come back to school, but taking that course with our teacher at STEM. Okay. You guys are moving fast. So on average is over 300, well over 300 applications is what we receive every single year. Would there be an option if my 8th grader is taking English 1 this year? Yes, I hope that I just responded or answered that question for you. They're definitely ahead of the game, and that's fine. That works. Prom and homecoming. Absolutely. We have a lot of fun at STEM. Yes, we work hard, but at the same time, we want our students, as it says children, our students to enjoy themselves. One of the really great aspects of attending the STEM Early College is that we participate in A&T's homecoming. And if you all know anything about A&T, you know that homecoming is a very big deal. So we have a cookout during homecoming week. The band typically plays for us, cheerleaders perform, and this is a time where we also get together with our other schools that are nearby, like Bennett and the Middle College at A&T. So homecoming is a really big thing for us. And yes, at the end of every year, we have prom. We even have dances throughout the year, like your winter ball. We have STEM Cafe, we have a lock-in, we have a lot of really fun activities at STEM Early College. Okay. So based on what do you guys accept students? That's the question I see. So Dr. Williams previously talked about the application requirements, and the only requirement that we really have is that you must have taken and passed Math 1. Outside of that, we need 2 letters of recommendation. One must be from a math teacher and the other one from another core content teacher. And then there's an essay. And those will be the initial areas that will be scored for your application. And then after that part, we will then select students in for an interview process. And then after that, we will determine who will be attending the STEM Early College. So would the interview be in person, and would we speak to you guys? So it really just depends on how things are set up. You know, right now we are living in a pandemic. And so currently everything like tonight is virtual. And so if this is still the scenario, we will make the best of it by offering virtual interviews to students. And so you will be able to see us just like you're doing tonight. And we will still, you know, there'll still be this level of engagement, interaction with you all. But whatever happens during that time, we will make the best of it. And hopefully we will get to see you guys. Okay. So let's see. So can we take Math 2 during the summer? Woo, you guys are excited, huh? That's not something that we typically encourage our students to do. We really want you to take your core content classes with us at STEM. And so we can have a conversation about it, case to case, you know, situation. We'll talk about it and see where you stand, but we really would prefer for you to relax as much as possible over the summer and get ready to come to STEM. What are common questions asked during the interview? All right. Oh, never mind. Our moderator, she's on it. She just answered that one. Okay. All right. Well, I am now going to send us back over to Dr. Williams. Oh, she's talking.
All righty. Thank you so much for all of your questions. And thank you, Mrs. Noel, for answering those questions. I'm going to close out. There are a few other things that I want to address that I see have come up in the chat. And one of them is on the application, can schools see the entire thing or only questions that pertain to them? We only see what pertains to us. So for example, when I go look in SchoolMed, I'm going to see an application, you know, let's just say for Jamisa Williams. And if I'm applying for STEM Early College, which is my first choice, Early College at Guilford, which is my second choice, and UNC Greensboro Middle College, which is my third choice, I see those applications stacked. When I click on the STEM Early College application, I'm going to see the STEM Early College content. So if you're applying to multiple schools, keep in mind that there's different stuff for different schools. We only look at our section. We are only looking at what pertains to us. So the answer to that is we only see what pertains to us. I'm gonna go back to the interview. Last year, I was so excited. We were able to successfully transition to a virtual interview and it went pretty smoothly. It's likely that may happen again because we're looking at something that occurred within the month. So in terms of the timeline, the end of the application timeline is March 3rd. Within 5 to 7 days of the completion of that application submission, we're going to be making phone calls, sending text messages and emails to invite people in for an interview. We typically have about 85 to 100 applicants that we interview, which is a large number of people. At this point, I don't know that we'll be able to manage a crowd like that. We'll certainly follow the direction of the school district. But I'm going to project that the interview will probably be virtual, and it's a group style interview in some cases. So it's not, you don't have to worry about, just you being on a screen with a stranger. We try to make it as student centered as possible. Another question is, are we putting the PowerPoint on the website? So we have virtual sessions through all day tomorrow. At the conclusion of tomorrow, we'll probably put a recording on our website of one of the virtual sessions and the presentation. My goal is to get as much information out to people as possible. We know this is very, very different and that you've had to be flexible in your scheduling and follow a website and a calendar and all of that. And so to make sure that the larger community has as much access as possible, we're going to post a lot of information to our website. I'll go back to that as the reason you should also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, because we'll be putting information out probably almost daily from now until March 3rd. Because as people #follow STEM, we'll be putting answers up. And those answers may be an answer to a question that you have. So please, please attend to all of the virtual access that we have if you're able to do that. If not, you may always certainly call the school. The number is 336-370-8580. We're more than happy to answer your questions. But if you have access to the website, please use that because it really gives you a good overall perception of the school. Let me see if there's anything else. So virtual tour, go to the school website, About Us, Magnet Recruitment Timeline, and it says virtual tour there. I keep seeing this question about how many applications. A lot. I'm just going to say a lot. So I have my students interested in computer coding. What puts your program above any other? Because we're at NCA&T. And with that opportunity, they have access to the STEM careers, the research, the professors. We have a professor who actually worked with freshmen on coding just a few years ago. He wrote a grant for it. He came in, he supported them. We also have a robotics team. So it's the best because of the access, the research, and the opportunities that are presented to us at NCA&T. I cannot stress enough that number one, STEM is really about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Our students take science and math every semester of high school. So in essence, they're doubling the credits in science and math that they would typically need to graduate from high school. Number two, NCA&T affords our students many, many research opportunities, networking opportunities. They really seek out our students to do things that traditional high school students and sometimes even college students wouldn't have the opportunity to do. We have students that are published. We have students that are presented at national conferences, national research conferences across the United States, paid for by grants written by professors. And so there's a very high level relationship and expectation that our students will engage in undergraduate level research, and it will be in a STEM field. And I think, how long do your teachers have to complete the recommendation process? So your teachers have until the end of the application window. I'll be honest though, teachers have a lot going on right now, and if on March 3rd your teacher has not submitted the recommendation, we will allow a little grace there because we know teachers are busy. This season is really one of change. So just slightly after March 3rd, if there's an issue, and if you want to call and check on that with us, you can call the school and ask, and we'll look at your application to see if your recommendations have been submitted. Can this early college prepare me for certain career paths, a career in dentistry? Yes. Our biology path is really pre-med, or it's designed that way. It has been since the inception of our school. Many students who want to go on to go into the medical field go on the biology track. Excuse me, and we've been very intentional about ensuring that our biology pathway cross-articulates with that of the UNC system for transferable credits, and also to put you in a place where if you want to go to dental school at UNC Chapel Hill, you're taking credits there that will actually count. So when you enter that school, you're going as a junior, and that you are actually 2 years ahead of your peers. That is the intent of the program. It is designed that way, and we update it yearly to make sure that we keep cutting edge practices in place and updated timelines and course articulation. The phone number is 336-370-8580. So with that, we are out of time. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. I am going to close out by just saying STEM Early College is a school that really prepares students for the next level. I believe we have the best teachers in the world. I tell them that all the time. They work very, very hard for students. We love the students that we have. We're a community, we are family, we work together, we learn together, we study together, and I believe that's really what school is about. Things are different in a pandemic, but we still try very, very hard to make sure people feel like they're a part of our school community. So if this is a school for you, please make sure your application is submitted by March 3rd. And we will see you soon, hopefully. Again, go to our school website and follow us on Twitter at STEM ECNCAT, all caps. Thank you so much and good evening.